I was told by Pam that, I could bring some pictures in and show, which I went through them. It took me a good little while. But I got two really good ones that kind of prove the point that I'm talking about as far as, restraints on these wheelchairs as far as public transit. I mean, the city and public transit really done kind of got themselves in a real jam here. Pam was wondering about, size, about, the public seeing them. Of course, there ain't a whole lot of public here to see them, but maybe TV3 can zoom in on this and, actually report some real news. If you can see, right here at the top, in yellow, in 3 languages, warning, use of this securement system in a manner inconsistent with these instructions may result in personal injury or death. Read instructions and operating manual for restraint system before using it. Do not transport occupant while tensioner is in release mode. Attach wheelchair securement belt solid to frame members, shoulder and let belt go across shoulder and hips. Now, I mean, most people that have never even attempted to hook a wheelchair up before can pretty much figure this out. I mean, you got pictures of, all your belts are, right there in red, shows you arrows. But that's where you end up getting hooked up. That is what got me kicked off the buses because I wanted my wheelchair restrained properly. That's it. I've done a little research on just a couple of things real quick. I'm sure y'all have heard of ANSI before. Well, that's what it's called for short. ANSI, which is, American National Safety Institute. Okay, and all this is from ANSI, which the book is ICC A117.1-2009. First print was January 2011. Second print was January 2013. Okay. And, well, of course, ANSI, they just make the rules. They don't really enforce them. They got other little watchdog that does that for them. That's OSHA. Okay, surface. 805.2.1. Bus stop boarding and alighting areas shall have a firm, stable surface. Don't believe that's grass. 805.2.2. Dimensions. Bus stop boarding and alighting areas shall have a 96-inch minimum clear length measured perpendicular to the curb or vehicle roadway edge, and a 60-inch minimum clear width measured parallel to the vehicle roadway. This one's good too. Connection. 805.2.4. Bus stop boarding and alighting areas shall be connected to streets, sidewalks, or pedestrian paths by an accessible route, complying with Section 402. I don't get it. It's got the components right here, and these are all such simple fixes. Literally, like the bus stops that are in the grass, just like they said right there. You could just have a landing and a ramp. I've been in construction my whole life, okay? I've done the math on the concrete. One load of concrete, 9 yards, and if you figure, a 5x5, which this is actually dimensions a little bit bigger, but I was just figuring, 2 joints of sidewalk, a landing ramp, a joint, and a ramp. 5 foot and 5 foot. Um, but anyway, one concrete truck will do 14 of them. 14. And then you would have access, just, a little landing pad and ramp. But of course, this is, their dimensions are a little bit bigger. Um,
You have 1 minute, Mr. Sheets.
but what I don't get is, it's right there. It is right there. And why? I've got, like I said, it took me a while to go through the pictures, find the ones I wanted. It cost me a little bit of money to do this, but I think it was well worth it. To get them big enough so everybody could see. But I don't understand it. It's part of their job, and it's right there. Every time they flip this seat up, it's right there in their face. Why did it ever get to this level? Why didn't Michael Parks address it when I first brought the concern to him? I'm going to read one thing real quick, and I will shut up, I promise. If by the mere force of numbers a majority should deprive a minority of any clearly written constitutional right, it might, in a moral point of view, justify revolution. Certainly would if such a right were a vital one. This country, with its institutions, belongs to the people who inhabit it. Whenever they shall grow weary of the existing government, they can exercise their constitutional right of amending it or their revolutionary right to dismember or overthrow it.
Thank you.
And that was Abraham Lincoln at his first inaugural.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for hearing me out.
Do we have anyone else? So let me talk about the one in the left-hand